Welcome to the Butcher Ball Black Show. I'm your host, Christian, and this is the Bearscast for week 15. And as expected, the Detroit Lions beat the Bears 34-17. So I watched the game. I was out and I watched the game and I listened to the game on my phone. So I'm just going to give you the box score and then have a couple of thoughts here because I'm not mad about this game from the standpoint of they made stupid decisions. This wasn't a badly coached game. This is a young, still inexperienced and undisciplined team, so penalties got their ass. And Detroit Lions are just better. Like, I didn't expect the Bears to win today. I expect them to be more competitive the day after Christmas in the Thursday night game. But I was not expecting this team to beat the Lions. Their best chance to beat the Lions was Thanksgiving, and we all know what happened there. So I figured the Lions would rebound and win today. And the Bears still, which is frustrating, the Bears still did, and we're not even talking about the penalties, they fumbled twice. They had really good drives, and Rome Odunze fumbled twice. Now, he redeemed himself throughout the rest of today, but those two fumbles, the one off the handoff from Caleb, and that's actually credited to Caleb, that lost fumble, and then the fumble after the catch and run where he just got stripped after getting gang tackled. Who knows what would the score be if any of those drives did anything. So the Bears are still, that's what's frustrating about this team. They show glimpses of being really, really dope throughout the season. And they just aren't good enough. The talent is there, but they're not good enough to win. Like, Caleb Williams threw for 334 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. One of those, that fumble handoff to Rome is credited to him. But other than that, he had a good game today. It was 26-40, 6 carries, 34 yards. DeAndre Swift, 9 carries, 20 yards. Roschon Johnson, I didn't even know he was back. 1 carry, 3 yards. DJ Moore, 1 carry, 2 yards. Chicago receiving Keenan Allen. Very good day for him. 9 receptions, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. DJ Moore, 4 receptions, 77 yards. DeAndre Swift, 3 receptions, 33 yards. Cole Kmet, 2 receptions, 9 yards, 1 touchdown. And Gerald Revert, 1 reception, 6 yards. Those 2 fumbles killed them. Like, you can't fumble against a team this offensively good. You can't fumble twice. And Goff had all day. The Bears can't stop the run. That's been a problem this entire season. Jamar Gibbs, Sonic and Knuckles, 23 carries, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. He also had 4 receptions, 45 yards. Jamison Williams, that 5 receptions, 143 yards, including that 82-yard reception to 82-yard reception, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6 receptions, 70 yards for 1 touchdown. Bears made mistakes. This isn't anything, because I feel like as far as the play calling game, this wasn't a bad game play call. This was probably one of the better, as a head coach, this is probably one of the better games or one of the best games that I've seen Thomas Brown coach. It's the Lions, and those two turnovers killed us. That's what it was. So, I don't know. I didn't expect them to win. It was a miracle that they got as close as they did on Thanksgiving. When it was 20-0, it was too much to come back from because you almost have to play perfect, and they didn't. And that's it. One thing I will say, just as an aside, to just stuff that I've been hearing. I don't want Caleb to throw the ball stupidly. Like, I feel like the whole, because I was hearing throughout the week, Caleb needs to throw the ball downfield more. He needs to take chances. I don't want him to develop bad habits. I watched quarterbacks develop bad habits just by being on the practice team and just throwing the ball up there and developing really, really bad gunslinger habits where he's getting the ball picked off. This team isn't good enough for you to do that yet. For you to develop your gunslinger mentality. Nah, y'all need. And then he's not accurate anyway. Him throwing the ball down the field, he's not very accurate. I do think they need to. I've been saying all season, DJ Moore needs to be the vocal point of this offense. And it's kind of like turning into a Roma Dunse being the vocal point, which is cool because he's a rookie and him and Caleb have a really good rapport and they have a really good connection. But I find myself wishing that they use DJ Moore more. And then, so I don't want, I like the fact that Caleb is not, I think he threw like 300 straight passes without an interception. I want that to continue. I don't want him to be, to develop habits of throwing the ball down the field. That's where scheming and calling a game, that's not on the job of Caleb to do that. Like, scheme people open. Like, and there were throws today where Caleb did throw in the coverage and great catches were made, but I don't want him to develop bad habits to where he's not safe with the football because you're not good enough yet. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen the day after Christmas, and then next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after next is the Green Bay game, and I think in Seattle, I think they have an opportunity to, the Bears do, have an opportunity to win that game. And then Green Bay, you never know, because they're fighting for playoff position. So is Seattle, honestly. We never know with them because Bears always played the Packers hard. But yeah, I'm not going to rant and rave about this because Detroit's a better football team. They're both not really. Detroit's just better. Bears weren't disciplined. Detroit was less undisciplined, and they just ended up being better. Plus, you can't even blame the fact that it was slow starts. There were 2 fumbles in the first quarter. So when you have 2 fumbles in the first quarter on pretty good drives, and then the Lions were able to score off of that, there's nothing you can do. Roma has to take care of the ball and go from there. So I will see y'all the day after Christmas. Merry Christmas.